Good morning, students. Today, I am going to tell you something about the story which was written by a famous Bengali writer, and his name was Sharat Chandra Chatterjee. The name of the story is Drought. As you all know, that storytelling is also an art, and everybody is not so efficient and so proficient in art of storytelling. But we have so many incidents which keep on running beside us. We face in a life lots many incidents, but it is only a creative writer who takes his pen and gives these incidents a form of creative work. And creative work may be sometimes in a form of prose, poetry, whatever. The art of storytelling becomes interesting when it is very much close to our heart. The readers love to read stories which look very much like occurring in their neighboring area. The readers, they find it interesting when they, at certain moment of the reading, they come to the conclusion that this is all which they have also faced in our life. So more the human, more the humane, better the story would be. Sharachand Chatterjee, he was a famous writer from Bengal, and he was remarkably known for his art of storytelling. The storytelling is an art, is a skill also, and it is the writers or the creative fellows' imagination, observation, which gives a beautiful form of story when words represent themselves in a form of story. Every writer, whatever writes, he can't be detached from his personal experiences. Whatever he has faced in his life comes in a form of story, or comes in a form of work which he is recreating it by giving it a shape with the words, by using his pen and imagination. Sharachand Chatterjee he belonged to a very poor family, and he was born on 15 September 1876 in a village which was in a Hooghly district of Bengal. He spent his early childhood in a great poverty, and his life was, overall, if we analyze it, his life was not so smooth, it was tough. He spent about 20 years of his life at his maternal grandfather's house, which was in Bhagalpur. And during his 20 years of stay at his maternal grandfather's place or residence, he encountered many characters, many people, many things occurred in his life, and whatever he faced them, whatever he encountered them, he gave them a shape of characters in his story. He tried for employment also, and after trying in different jobs, finally he shifted to Burma in 1903, and there he worked in a government office and served as a clerk in government office. His first published story, Mandir, won a first prize in competition. And that prize winning story attracted the attention of readers as well as critics also. He was a prolific writer, and especially he was good in depicting the rural life of 19th and 20th century, late 19th and early 20th century Bengal. His characters, they are very much real since they are drawn from his surroundings. So we can feel the liveliness, we can feel the pain, the humanitarian attitude in his characters. He was a rebel at heart, and therefore he wrote against oppression and superstitions in society. Especially he championed, he rose his voice against the superstitions prevalent in society, and he championed the case of women also. The story, as I told you, that art of storytelling has to be very real. And if you write something in a very simple language, it comes close to the heart of a reader. So that was the reason Sharat Chand Chatterjee's stories were so famous, because he did not use the ornamental language at all. He wrote in a very simple language, and that is why it had a universal appeal. The testimony to his universal appeal is that his stories were translated into many languages during his lifetime. Sharat Chand Chatterjee, he died in Kolkata in 1938. But still, after so many years, his stories did not lose the universal appeal, and they are widely read by the readers. Whenever we talk of some storyteller in Bengal, from Bengal, we cannot miss mentioning the name of Sharat Chand Chatterjee. The present story, which is in your course, which is prescribed in first year General English syllabus, that story is Drought. Now, Drought is a beautiful story which has so many aspects, undercurrent aspects prevalent in society. This story talks of so many things, so many issues which needs to be taken into consideration, and which has a universal appeal, that after so many years of independence, we are taking breath in independent country. There are certain things which still needs an attention, which still needs the caring of the people. The main character of the story is Gafur. Now, this Gafur is not a different person. He is very much like the farmers which are present in our society today also. He's a landless tenant and he's living in a village called Kashipur. We still talk of the plight of farmers in a country, and we forget when Gandhiji, he championed for the cause of farmers. He was very much right, because farmers, they are not only nation builders, but they are very much, they lay the foundation stone for country, because they are the person who feed us, who are just like gods. But the plight is that they did not have enough money or grain to feed themselves. This character of the story, Gafur, he has a daughter, and his daughter is Amina. He has a bullock whom he lovingly called Mahesh. Gafur's plight was due to the absence of the rains, and since there was a drought, no one helped him, even his landlord also. He begged for a fistful of grain for Mahesh. His bullock was mercilessly beaten because Mahesh had entered his garden and eaten his plants. Gafur, he suffered this, he was forced to bear this in silence because he had no other option with him. He had no belongings with him. He had nothing to sell. He had a small plate, and that also, in the end, he just sells it. His daughter also was suffering a lot, though she was only 12 years old, but time has made her quite mature, and she also was forced to bear all this in silence. The climax of the story comes when the thirsty Mahesh, he drank up the water which Amina had fetched for her father. And Gafur, he hit the animal on the head, and the starving bullock died. Numb with the grief and knowing that he would be expected to do penance for killing a sacred animal, he left Kashipur, and that landless farmer who was forced to serve as a bonded labor on his own lands, who was suffering the every possible oppression of a landlord, finally couldn't stand the worst situation, and because of the fear of society, he was forced to face the prospect of even bleaker future, and he had to go and work again as a peasant at the jute mill at Fulberry. So this story raises many questions, and one of the question is that why farmers, they are forced to leave their villages. We talk of people running to urban areas, farmers or villagers, but sometimes we miss the plight, we miss that pain which is felt by every farmer who, despite of his hard work, cannot even feed himself, his family, or his animal. So this story is a very pathetic story. It has I would say, the end of the story is also somewhere which pains the reader, and reader is forced to think and sometimes forced to believe that due to these situations, why we find people from rural area rushing towards the urban area, and also the overcrowdedness of cities is one of the reasons